not just on Cairo level or Alexandria level. So
but currently the government is undergoing a process of reform in the educational process,
yes.
and a lot of initiatives have been taken, and a lot of consultancies have also been made
yes,
to help
yes.
provide a better educational system.
Yeah, that's good.
How do you perceive those changes?
It's good, but we need
Not
more.
enough, not enough.
We need more. We need much, much more, and that's where the civil society should really penetrate.
But you know that the
work
educational
hard on
system
that.
is something of political security, and it's like an internal security issue. I don't think the civil society would be allowed to play a greater role in that
No,
respect.
they won't put the programs, the academic programs,
Exactly.
you see, but they can help in building more schools. They can help in providing traineeship for the teachers, for the professors. They can fund exchange programs, because I believe in exposure. Unless our youth get exposed to the developed world and to the civilized way of dealing with the other, and learn the latest scientific inventions, and be really a star of science. Because when you ask a student, what would you like to be? I want to be a football player. I want to be an actor. I want to be an actress. Some want to be very So they need to shift their attention to being a star, but in different fields, in science, in economics, in politics, political leader, an economist.
Maybe we need leaders in those respects as well.
Absolutely. They need role models. We need to have more role models, so the students, the youth, see them and want to be like them. This is very important. The role of having a star in your life makes a very big difference in youth.
Before we wrap it up, very briefly, Dr. Mona, what about the business field? This is another area that a lot of youth are interested in. They all think, I will be a businessman, I'll be very rich and successful. Can you briefly comment on this phenomenon?
I see lots of students have already started their small enterprises, you know. I see this is great. This helps them to develop their skills, to study and make good business plans. This is great, and this we should encourage more and more. It should be part of the curriculum, actually, how to start your own business. And this is part of internship in entrepreneurship programs introduced in many universities in Egypt and all over the world.
So we should encourage the youth for that as well.
Yes, and even if they make mistakes, definitely when they get older, they will avoid the mistakes while they were students. It's a great opportunity to try everything, to develop one's personality and skills while they are still students.
Indeed, and it's actually good to make mistakes, just as you've said, because it's only when you fall that you rise once again and grow on that path. Dr. Mona Zaki, the CEO of the Global Strategic Consultants, it was really lovely having you in the program with this great vision and optimistic look into the future. We sure hope that with the little tips you've given us, like stressing on the education, the importance of upgrading that very important interest in our community, we will definitely provide for a better future for our youth. Thank you very much. And this wraps up this edition of Behind the Scene. Hopefully next week, next Monday, same time, you'll be hosted by your regular host, Hanan Hamadawi. Until then, goodbye.
World Press on the Net for Monday, the 9th of November. Gulf News. Gaza War Report to come before UN Security Council. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon said that he will send a report calling for Israel and Palestinians to investigate alleged war crimes during the Israeli invasion of Gaza at the turn of the year to the UN Security Council as soon as possible. The 15 council members have already received copies of the 575-page report by an expert panel chaired by South African Judge Richard Goldstone. The Goldstone report recommended that the Security Council require the two sides to carry out credible investigations into alleged abuses during the Gaza war, in which 13 Israelis and almost 1,400 Palestinians, including hundreds of civilians, were killed and thousands wounded. Arab news of Saudi Arabia. Unity government deal reached in Lebanon. Lebanon's Prime Minister designate Saad Hariri will announce a new national unity government to include Hezbollah in the next few days. Lebanon has been without a functioning government since Hariri led his coalition to victory in a June parliamentary election against Hezbollah and its allies. Politicians from the two sides said Hariri had now clinched a deal with the opposition on the new government's makeup. Globe and Mail of Canada. G20 ministers agree stimulus still needed. Finance officials from rich and developing countries pledged to maintain emergency support for the economies until recovery is assured, but failed to reach a clear agreement to bear the cost of fighting climate change. There were also a mixed reaction among the group of 20 leading rich and emerging nations to a bridge-led push to consider a fund for bank bailouts, possibly financed by a tax on financial transactions, to ensure that taxpayers do not bear the brunt of any future rescues. Tehran Times. Lebanon's Hariri set to announce unity government. Lebanon's Prime Minister designate Saad al-Hariri will announce a new national unity government in the next 2 days after clinching a deal with the opposition on its makeup.
القراءة ليست مجرد وسيلة للاستنارة أو التثقف. القراءة حياة.